Hello. Good morning, everybody. I did a bit of work off stream, as you might be able to tell. A fair bit of the gun is actually modeled out already. There are some things I still need to iron out, but I think it went surprisingly well. Made a good decision by doing it off stream because I just needed some. It took a fair bit of fiddling, and it's very janky. You might be like a lot of these bits could be connected, but I just made them like separate pieces. Uh, but yeah, it was not a nice process to look at. Uh, but it was very rewarding, and I'm quite happy with how it's looking. Obviously, I don't need to have it be 100% accurate. Like the mechanism here is basically just a random assortment of boxes. The nice thing is though, when it's like this big, nobody's gonna be able to tell that it's wrong. So it doesn't really matter that much. I just need it to generally look kind of right. Like I added it here next to the. I have the Hatchfolk holding it here, and oh, it looks so nice, even without being finished. Like, look at that. I like that a lot. Like, look, that random assortment of boxes totally like makes it seem at least a little convincing that there's some mechanical complexity going on there, even though there isn't. Okay. But yeah, there's still a few things I need to do. I just noticed that this thing is sticking out too much. I need this to come in more. Well, maybe not actually. Maybe I can have this. No. Yeah, so you can see that a bunch of the components are overlapping in ways that shouldn't be. Like here, this lip is just crashing into the this. Um, but I don't care. Cause again, it's this small. Nobody's gonna know. They're gonna know. Yeah, so anyway, let's shift D. I need some more of these. No. Yes. Yep. Seems good to me. What's the poly count so far? I have no idea. I don't really care. It's very low, I'd say, because there's no high poly components. It doesn't matter. So, the thing I've been avoiding is this hammer piece because I'm not quite sure how I'm gonna do that one. I guess I could. So it's thin at the tip, and then it gets okay. I can probably add some of these first. That'll probably help me. Let's say yeah. Then let's try doing the jaws first, I guess. I'll be sculpting a fair bit of these anyway. Cause I need to like add the teeth pattern and stuff like that. So I'm not that concerned. I can probably get that last bit just by sculpting. So that's pretty much it. I can delete this. D. Yep. Are they shorter than that? No, I want to keep it very readable, so I'm gonna keep it wide open. Um, and then I need like a piece of something in there. I could probably. My brain's short circuiting. How do I do the piece? Actually, I think I can probably model that. So I can just shift D, click S, click up. There you go. I can just sculpt those. Sculpt the flint and the and the thingy. And now I want to add like that little hook and... Is it multi-shot? Yes. Yes, it is. It has a loading mechanism here. It's the simplest version of it, this, so it looks very... I guess a good word would be innocuous. It looks very, like, plain, and doesn't seem like it would have that capability, but it does. Yeah, what was I gonna... How do I do that? Okay, I have an idea. Let's try it. So I could try using a cylinder. Shape it. Whoops. To the size that I want. Like that. And then I could... So I don't need this to that. Vertices. Okay. And then I think I can just probably just thickify this or generate solidify. Yeah. That. Oops. Let's do that much. Apply this. There you go. And then I can just sort of bend it into shape. There you go. Just move that to here. There. Good? Good enough. Oh, I need that, like, separate lip. So, select faces. I guess from this one. Okay. Oh no, I have to do each side separately. Alt E, extrude manifold. Yeah. The nice part about not being or not needing it to be perfect is that I can just eyeball most things and it really doesn't matter. Yeah, close enough. And then I can add edge. Control B. There you go. We got our hook, a little hook thing. I probably need to scale that differently though, because that's gonna snap off. That is definitely gonna snap off. Let's make that thicker, just for safety. I can probably just like can I just what the fuck? That works. Looks kind of neat too, actually. Yeah, that probably helps. Hopefully that's not going to snap off. There's a high likelihood that's going to snap. Whoops. Ah, it'll be fine. It'll be fine. Okay, so oh, I just want to try something fun. I don't know if it. Control R. I'm just testing because okay, I can do that. Then I can select edges. Shift. Oh no. Uh. Uh. God damn it! My brain keeps short circuiting every other one. You fuck. Probably a shortcut for this, but eh. Just want to know. Neat. Yeah. Like, ooh, ew. That gets very crunchy. Yeah. If I added more, then I could basically make like a screw looking thing, and that does kind of work. I don't need it. I just wanted to see if I could. There you go. Next is I wanted one of these little nubs here. Shift D. Because there was a nub behind this like little lever. I want to keep that for reason. Is there like a oh no, I completely forgot like this whole fucking panel. Yeah, I wanna add that panel. Whoa, whoa, shit. Okay, that's like the loading panel, so it'd be nice to have it here so you can actually see that it can load. So, uh, yeah, I can literally just add a circle and then add a fucking square or a rectangle. No need to complicate it. There. There. Hello? Where did my circle go? So the circle hole goes here. Why does it launch me across the fucking scene every time? I love this. I love when it does this. Is there a way to reset it? Because after I move a fair bit around, I'm like stuck in this like weird, awkward middle ground where I'm like zoomed in close to where it thinks I want to, but I can't zoom any further because it's, so I have to like zoom out and then like fiddle the camera so that it goes in front of the model again like this so I have spare zoom to use, but it's so awkward. I still haven't gotten used to like the camera fully. Okay, Shift A, cube. That should literally be it. Yeah, I really don't need to complicate it more than that. What else is there to do? Oh, right. So the decorative panels on the side of the gun, I wanted these to be here. So these panels are here, but these have fallen off, the front ones. So I was going to bore holes into the front panel to make it look like there were screws there, but they fell out. So let's do that. So probably just another cylinder. I don't think I need 32 sides. And I know Boolean messes up the geometry, but luckily I'm blessed by the circumstance of me only making the model uh for the sake of sculpting, for the sake of printing. So I'm not burdened by the concern of good geometry. Okay, there you go. Move that out a little, and then I can remove. Well, again, no need to do anything more complex than just eyeball it. Then I can generate mirror. My brain is short-circuiting. There you go. Nice, and then I can just Shift D. Shift D, up, Shift D, up. Go, and I'll delete these. I can join these together. Apply this. Select this. A Boolean on these things. Apply. Remove. There you go. Now we got some holes where the front panels were that fell off. Oh, it'd be fun to have some screws missing. Yeah, I can't be bothered. Okay, next I can do Control R. Still need like a bit sticking out here in front. That. Alt E. Base along normals. There we go. Oh, also a hole down the barrel would be nice, probably. I don't think you can't really shoot much if there's no hole to shoot from. I'll just do 24. No, not 2000. Okay, there you go. Oh, whoops, I added that in edit mode. Shift A. Cylinder. Yeah, okay. Turn that bad boy. Come on. Come on. The other way. Thank you. Seems good to me. Yeah. Generate. Boolean. King Boolean. Apply. Get that shit out of there. There you go. Ugh, ew! Ew! The yucky thing in my barrel. Disgusting little thing in my barrel. Get that shit out of here. Hold on. Let's bring this back. Just cut a Boolean into this as well. Generate Boolean from this. Apply. Yep. There you go. Fixed it. We're just gonna have some clipping. It does not matter. Well, I can just size this down a microscopic amount. There you go. We magically don't have clipping anymore. I tried to shoot my gun, but it's just a metal rod. If you try hard enough, you can shoot anything. Well, I've made a couple 3D printed masks I modeled myself. Oh, nice. Let me tell you, the topology is horrendous. Oh, I bet. I mean, with my models, literally the two I've already made, the topology is absolutely disgusting. And I revel in the tears of the Blender gurus who wish my topology was better. Yep. Oh, there's still a fair few things that I need to do actually. First of all, and all of it we're gonna do with Booleans. So we definitely have not. We're definitely not done with butchering the topology on this thing. I'm gonna fuck it up even more. First of all, let's fuck up the topology of this wonderful little piece to add the screw head. Come on. Okay, there you go. Now I just need to eyeball it, which again, everyone's probably in pain. See, we just fucking guesstimate the middle of something. There you go. And then we cut into it via Boolean. How is this gonna... Okay. There. And then delete that. Nice. That looks nice. That's what I want. Let me look at the topology of that thing. Show me that topology. Mmm. Yum, yum. Just cut right across the... They're clutching their chests right now. Whoa! That's not a square! Connect the thing! No. We're gonna keep that unconnected. Boolean massacre, yeah. Wait, what else was I gonna do? Yeah, that's the new Hatchfolk. Not the face, but the outfit I'm really happy with. I'm still gonna... Okay, thing is, I think I need to change this. This looks too modern. I made a mistake. This watering can looks way too modern. I feel like a water skin would be a lot more appropriate because it helps like, pull it back a little. That's too much. That's way too modern with the fucking X stitch across and shit. I'm also worried that the tarp looks too modern. Like the tarp that he has laid over him. Like there's probably some ways I can make it look older, especially like removing these little tags. That feels like a very like I see that a lot on techwear. So when seeing it on this, it really makes me think like, oh, modern. So yeah. They make slicing softwares tweak out. Well, here's the fun part. Before what I'm gonna do is after I finish this model, I'm gonna join all the pieces together and then run it through remesh in sculpt mode so I can add like little dings and stuff. So it'll fix all of that if it does cause an issue. So luckily we won't have to worry about that. Once again, I Boolean. You can't stop me from Booleaning. Bang. And then we need a small screw here, and then a larger one here in the center. So let's add some cylinders for that. Okay. Am I gonna eyeball this as well? Yep. I'm just gonna guess where the center of that circle is. And I'm gonna say there. Let's see if I'm right. I'll just stab it through. You see? I'm pretty good at fucking guessing. Can be a little closer though. Like that. Oh shit. Wait, did I just accidentally move? No, no. Did I? No, I didn't. Okay. Okay. Alt H. These don't stick out far at all. I'm just like making them a lot more prominent for the sake of uh otherwise you're not gonna see them at all if I don't make them big enough. Really like how there's a curve around this portion that I really didn't capture in this at all. So I might want to try and do that. I don't know how I'm gonna do that, but oh, yikes. Yeah, no, I'm not bothering. Never mind. I could fucking do that in sculpt mode if I want to. Shift A. Come on. probably add a bevel to these, just for fun. Yikes. There we go. Generate Boolean. There you go. Close enough. I think that's most of the... Oh, I still need the hook in front. I've never had the luxury of not giving a shit about topology. You should really try it. It's nice. It's nice to just not care. Brother. Thank you. Okay. Did I make the gun longer than the ref? Whoops. Can cut those down, probably. Yeah, I've made it a little too long. I prefer for it to be a bit shorter. Hold on. I think I can... Edit mode. Yeah. That. G. That's a bit better. Okay, I definitely need the hook to be thicker, so I'm gonna use there. Okay, cool. Oops. Did I not? I said I was gonna make it thicker, but now I'm like forcing it into a fin shape again. Stop. There you go. Okay. I can sculpt that bump. I need to. Okay, and then instead of just... Yeah, I don't need to add another ring. I can just... Or I don't need to add more objects. I can just fucking... Bop. Bop. Tuk, tuk, tuk. That. Then Alt-E. Long faces. There you go. Nice. Actually, I think I'd prefer for it to be touching this, just so, you know, less brittle. Okay, cool. I've never had a Blender file corrupt on me, but I dread the day. I've seen friends of mine restart entire models because of stuff like that. However, I usually abuse the save button. How does that happen? How does a Blender file corrupt? Is it like just a... I love your videos, bro, and the fact you like the Finals 2 is insane. It's my #1 favorite game. Uh, what? And super unknown. What? What's what mean? But yeah, I love the finals. It's great. I like it a lot. Yeah, what was I gonna do? Right. Time to like sculpt things, which means I can add the the cloth that's wrapped around the front of that handle. So I'll literally just do that, I guess. What? You could also use curves maybe for what? Uh, Separate file and that prevents any corruption. Oh, okay. There we go. And then I can up the topology a tiny bit. And then I guess a good way of doing it would be to do this whole shebang. Okay, and then I can add like a... I'd say that looks like cloth enough, right? I think I want like harsher grooves here. Come on, give me a straight line. Thank you. Oh. Oh, this is bulging out a little much. So it should probably not overlap the mechanism. That probably won't help the gun work. Okay, I want some like tufts coming out. And let's see, can I use this? No, I think I'll just use separate pieces. Make it a cleaner separation. So I can just make a cylinder, scale it down, here, this, like that. Okay. Just one tuft is good. Okay, and oh, I wanted to try this actually. I found this tool. What was it? No, not box trim. Was it box trim? Yeah, you can cut holes out of things with this. So I can like lasso and then cut a hole like that, you know? Which is interesting. I like that quite a lot. That's how I like think I can probably do um like tears. I think that works well enough as like tears. I can try doing that here as well. Uh, yep. Where would... I hope that doesn't go through the other side. Okay. Yeah, so I can like tear seams along like this. Oh, it does mess it up. Okay. Oh, it's raining. Nice. I preferably want to go outside now, actually. I like it when it rains. Yeah, those work. Face it. Gee. Hold on, should probably retopologize it first. Yikes. Actually, Okay, how do I want to do this? I open it up a bit and then retopologize it. Fucking hell. It's close enough. Definitely need some work on the strategy, but it's a good starting off point, I guess. Where I can then like add stringy or like frayed ends. Yeah, how do I add stringy ends? Try. No, not that one. Keep mixing them up. Like that, I guess. Oh yeah, totally. At this scale, it looks kind of weird, but like from afar, it's definitely gonna be like convincing enough. I think. Would it? Not really. Hmm. Yeah, I think I have to be more harsh with it. Not that harsh. Nope. Like that. And then can I retopologize that tiny little strand and like try to push it down? Like that's the kind of strands I want, just like fraying off. But that seems like it'd be very tedious. Oh, hold on. Could I rotation increment? Auto masking? Elastic? I keep using the wrong fucking brush. It's this one. Uh, Try elastic. Oh, okay. Hmm. Can sort of add a bit of something. It's a little janky, but if I do it like gently enough, kind of works. What about like here? How does that look? Shit. Oh my. That's what I want. never mind. That's not what I want. That's good enough. It's good enough. Just need to sharpen up these smooth edges a little. And we'll be fine. Yeah, looks like cloth enough to me. Simon, can you explain on the technology in the world, like designing more tanks or engineer? What? Simon, will you expand more on technology of the world? Well, yeah, that's like my main interest about the world, so I'll definitely like be expanding on that. Jesus Christ. Okay, good enough. Cool. Then we need the like rope parts on the ends here. So let's do those. Can probably use the same one twice, so I just have to model it once. Actually, the way I can go about it is I can try this again. So I hide it inside like that. I go into sculpt mode, up this a fair bit, and then I can up the strength of this bunch. Yeah, and I can just like draw through it. That's disgusting. That looks so bad. Yeah, my mistake, because the base that I used is obviously a cylinder, but this thing in the back is a... Yeah, hold on. Why the fuck? I'm stupid. Again, I'm doing stupid. Just duplicate this thing and fucking sculpt on it. Shift D. There you go. Make it a teensy tiny bit smaller. Apply all transforms at origin to geometry. Sculpt mode. Here a bit smaller. Control G. First, I gotta hide the portions that are peeking through here. It's fine. Nobody will know. Okay, now we should be able to do the thingy. Yeah, that's a lot better. Okay. Oh right, but that... never mind. I just thought, yeah, I can't use this on the barrel now because it's a whole ass stock piece. I'll be fine. Why is it pulling it up like that? Gonna look good. Doubt it. Yeah, they have gunpowder. Hmm. Better idea might be to... Yeah, for like these parts, I probably want to merge all of the parts together first, and then do that shenanigans. Whoops. Yeah, because we're done enough with the gun. We can do the merging it together thing, and then watch it explode. So I'd say let's do that. I don't want to combine the cloth with it yet. So everything else but this, this. Okay, but all of this, we can merge that together. Just in case, I'm going to Shift D and make a spare gun. I should probably keep the cloth if I'm gonna make a spare gun. You go, Shift D, move that over there. So I have a nice... Okay, there you go. Oh. Join. And then we go into sculpt mode and explode it. How... Just fucking crispify the thing. Hold on. Probably wanna... Oh yeah, yeah. I made a bunch of mistakes there. Give me a sec. I forgot to apply like all the mirrors and stuff. Apply that. Apply that. I think that's... Yeah, those are all the way through. It's literally all the mirrors I have. Okay, cool. Okay, nothing's wrong, right? Everything looks fine. Can I not do more faces than this? That's messing up a fair few things. Eh. If it's at this scale, nobody's gonna see that. I should probably model them separately instead of just merging the whole thing and then crunchifying it together. That would probably be the better idea. I can inflate my gun. How fun. Yeah, let's not do that. Yeah, how do I... Okay, like, it feels annoying to me that I'll have to model all these components separately. And then keep the rest hard, I guess. What's that? Okay. I'll be right back. Hold on. I'm back. Okay. How do we do this? Honestly, do I need to add detail to... Like, I'll make the flint a flint, and then... Actually just... Make it just a little crunchy. Hello? I would like to isolate the fucking thing like I always do by pressing tab, but this time it just doesn't work. Okay. Let's go. Okay. Oh, and then I can do this. There you go. Yeah. The fuck? Why is there green? What's it doing? There's like a tiny cut. It's gone. The fuck? Okay, cool. Object mode, yes. Okay, just make this big. There you go. Preferably, I don't want a gap inside of this thing. That's gonna be a nightmare. Looks hideous. Good enough. It's absolutely tiny. Why the fuck am I caring about this? I made a weird hot dog. Indeed, I did. That's sort of what it looks like anyway. Looks like a weird hot dog. Cinematic gun. Ooh, look how nice. Yeah, I'm still kind of stuck on how I do the rope. Join. Tiny bit tinier. Sculpt mode. Still need to apply all the transforms. The fuck? What is it doing? Is there... That's probably my best bet. Disgusting. Holy shit. Uh, yeah, no. What? The rope, you can make a string of vertices, then convert it to a curve, then inflate the curve. It's easy. Okay, thank you. Let's do that. A single vertice. Where the fuck is my vertice? I guess I can add a circle curve. How do I make this into a rope? Just so I know. So ugh. On the curve right tab, there's a depth option for the curve. Twist. Depth. Oh, there you go. Thank you. Okay, cool. So I can do that 0 first. Go into edit mode. I guess this one's not really gonna help much. Because I need the points to stick to the thing, so. Is there a different curve? Path, I guess? I could do a path. Not a 1 meter path, but. Okay, if I up the depth. Yeah, okay, cool, yeah. Thanks for the advice, by the way. This is a lot easier. I'm learning new thing all day, all the time. Oh, I'm so disoriented. Oh yeah, that's so much nicer, and I can definitely like just sculpt that into. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Oh, and I can. What was it again? To close off the ends, because the ends are fill cap. There it is. Yeah, that works. I'm planning to print it, so I don't have. I need to do the preset textures myself. I can't just slap a texture on it. Or do you mean like a custom brush with like a texture on it? I don't have those. Okay, how do I? What the fuck? How do I apply this and like turn it into an actual like thing? Is it? Yeah, how do I turn this into a thing? Convert to mesh. Huh, there you go. Thanks. That's a lot of mesh. That is a lot of mesh. Yikes. Let let me try and do this. Yeah, I can work with that. I can work off of that. Okay. Can't draw a straight line. I mean, it's because I'm basically doing it. Well, not basically. I'm not right-handed, so I'm basically learning to fucking draw again. Um, like muscle memory wise. Okay, and then I can add like the strength. Then I can like lower the size. Yeah. This is fun. Yeah, and I can already think of like how to apply the path for like when I need him to hold the loose rope. Oh yeah, I like that. Cool. I don't like that it's shading it smooth though. There you go. Yeah. Give me my crunchy back. My crunchiness. I like my crunchy. I like my topology crunchy. Who the fuck shades their topology smooth? Yeah, that's nice. Okay, cool. Um, and then I'll have to add wood texture to this as well. That'll be interesting. Or not. I don't think I'll add wood texture. I'll just like convert it to sculpt mode because I need to like add this like stuff. Okay. Yeah, let's do that actually. So I'll just no. Let's do sculpt mode. Yeah, it's not too bad. Because what I want is I want to add that like frayed end that I have on the reference. Because this is supposed to be like the stump of a warhammer. Uh, and if you use that on the ground a bunch, I'm guessing it's gonna get, all like scratched up and shit. And then also can add like nice little dings and nicks. Is this gonna show up? Nope. Am I gonna add it still? Yep. None of this is gonna show up. Why not add it? It's not a good wood texture either. Like, I can definitely, like, do better, but it's not gonna show up. Who cares? Just sort of give it some life. Add some, like, knots to it. Okay, but here, there's definitely gonna be, like, more wear and tear. Because that's where the original stock was. And then the broom handle got attached. So they just like carved off the original stock. Okay, and then I can add some more big damage. Especially like here at the handle, I feel like it'd be worn away. So I'm gonna like really soft. No, hold on. What would be a good brush for this? Let's sort of make it bowed in slightly. Yeah, so it's just not like perfectly. Yeah, look at that. I like that. I'm happy with that. Oh, this is also wood. Yeah, just enough to like show that it's wood. Oh, and this part's metal, so we can definitely like up this and just clunk. Just fucking crunchify some nice little, a little too much maybe. Yeah, some like corrosion damage. Nick up these nice edges. There you go. Now we can do these. Apply. Transforms. Sculpt mode. Control R. Unga bunga. Caveman level technology. I gotta up the quality of that shit. Jesus Christ! It just crunchified the fuck out of my metal. I mean, they have some like shitty technology, but not that much. Like Stone Age, flint and steel. Uh, and one thing I definitely wanted to add was from the reference is that there's a hole here where this used to be, but no longer. So they like moved the rivet to a different position. So now there's like a little hole there. I guess I'll up it a little more. definitely like dent this. Oh yeah, that's nice. I like that. None of this is gonna show up. I'm just having fun. I'm really enjoying this, honestly. Like just those slight differences between textures helps it a lot. There you go. Look at that. Neolithic musket. Yeah. I like that. That's really like bringing it together, I think. So yeah, best cause of action was to like separately start uh doing this to everything. And then definitely like lower the topology of this. Yeah. Crunchify my thing a little. I can probably like hold on. G bend this a little. Like fully show that it's been like sort of warped out of shape. Yeah. I'm really I'm realizing that I'm a terrible 3D modeler in the sense that I make incredibly unfriendly models when it comes to like needing to print these. Like I with the gargoyle, it was already like to a degree where I'm like, fuck it. Like who the fuck made this thing? This thing sucks. Cause there's so many like tiny little nooks and shit. The amount of supports I had to put on that thing because of the overhangs was disgusting. And now I'm like making it even worse this time. Like even just the gun has tiny little things and shit. Like that's gonna need a support. That little rivet, that rivet, like all of these are gonna need separate supports. No studio would hire you for fucking sure. 100%. Every studio, if they saw this, they'd be like, ew! Like, what the fuck? Who the fuck? Yeah, like I'm not qualified in the slightest. There is no chance anybody would want to hire me, and I'm not gonna like provide my services. Like I do not have the or I know my value, and my value is zero. I'm not gonna make a model for anybody else. Like I'm not gonna start accepting like model commissions because this is shit. Optimization wise, this is ass. Like nobody's gonna be able to use this for anything besides 3D modeling, and even in that case, I'm not worried about overhangs or anything. Over rendering your own work. It's not the over rendering part. I mean, that's one part of it, I guess. But the main part is just that I don't think about what how it's gonna print, right? Because there's ways to make things easier to print. Overhangs need support, so if you can add angles or remove overhangs to make it less support needy, then that's nice. That's print friendly. But I don't give a shit. Like, look at this thing. The, and the model as well. Like, the pouches underneath his body. Like look at this. That's gonna be like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, like 20 supports to get all of these little where the elevation changes a little bit. I'm so sorry. How does the trigger even work? With fucking hopes and prayers, man. I don't know. What's it? I want to zoom in like gently, please. Hello? Jesus. Okay, do it this way then. This is Garden of Banban level cooked optimization. Wait, hold on. What's that? What's that a reference to? Like, I know, like my my knowledge of optimization jokes goes as far as just saying yandere dev. Like that's my go-to example for shit optimization, but I don't know what that other one is. Like I definitely make a fucking toothbrush with a billion bristles just to get it right and not care about performance at all. You definitely don't want me making a game. Goodness, the specs on that shit's the spec on that like it's gonna be like PS1 graphic style games because I like those a lot. But I'm gonna somehow manage to make a PS1 style graphic game rival the optimization of AAA games. Like it tanks your fucking graphics card. You're like, what the fuck is tanking it? Everything's like 3 pixels. What did he do? And it's like random apple in the corner that's just detailed to shit. I made the core and the fucking seeds inside. Just like because I got carried away. And you're like, what's happening? When I pick up this apple, my game crashes. Like a normal trigger. Yeah, it's like a normal trigger. Like those older flintlocks have like sort of these long triggers, or like older guns you see those. And it's not that this gun came with that trigger, it's that they exchanged it. So they swapped out the triggers to make it more friendly towards like their big meaty hands. You need a supercomputer, yeah. Okay, what else? I guess like we're gonna start going down the barrel. Yeah, the camera, I it's like I know what the camera does, but it's still not like fully ingrained in my head because it's like okay, that's the focal point of it, right? And I can move the focal point like this, but it's I still need to get used to it. Okay, but let's sculpt this. I really want to sculpt this. But at this point I'm just getting carried away, by the way. Don't be like, "Oh, none of this is going to be seen." I know. I know none of this is going to be seen. I'm just really enjoying it at the moment. I really like because I modeled this gun for quite a while, and now like adding all the little details, it's just really fun to see it like slowly come together. So just bear with me, man. This is not for the sake of efficiency. It's not for the sake of making a product. It's for the love of the game. It's for the love of the game. All transforms. Okay. I do want to add like this teeth motif, teeth, haha, teeth motif, um, that original has, because I like that a lot. So I think I'm gonna hold on. Can I do? Yes. Okay, I can do. So it has like a little chunk taken out of it here as well. Wow, what am I doing? Like that, right? That just fucked it up. Close enough. Nope. Very small. Yeah. I'd probably want to up the topology a little for that. There you go. Yikes. Okay, I made it too strong. No, too weak. Okay, that's good. You know, I really wished that I could express in videos how much I actually like doing this. It's been a thing I've really been struggling with when making videos in general. Is like I still haven't found a good way to talk about the passion behind making shit, you know? Like it's so fun, but when I write it in a video, it's just a slog. It just feels like a slog to tell you about it. And I thought about doing that thing that like um that craft channels do, or like any channels that focus on like building things. They just set up a camera and just do stuff and like give you updates and then do a voiceover on that. And that did work for that one video. I just haven't had the chance to like do it again. That's probably like the best way I could do it. Please click. Uh... Oh my god. Oh, it's magical. How beautiful. Thank you very much. I didn't know that. Yeah. I think that's. Is that all the detail I want? Yeah, like I'm just gonna add the eye on the other. Yeah. Okay, cool. And then I can just duplicate that. Thank you. I didn't know that view thing. God, look at that. Look at that. That's cool. Okay, and then I can add like a fuck. Oh yeah, hold on, hold on. Oh, I'm cooking. I'm cooking. I can add like a fucking snout to this dude. Like that. Fuck yeah. It'd be like a dragon. Like that. And then I can add like a little thing like that. Hold on, hold on. First of all, I can do this. Fucking goofy ass little dragon dude. I love it. That's great. That's great. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Oh, shit. I do want to round off this corner a little, though. And then I can make this look like a horn. Hold on, let's do this part first. Okay, cool. Yeah. Oh, are the normals messed up on this? Edit mode, A, Shift, N. No? Did I need to... Hold on. I think I need to apply all the transforms first. Apply all transforms, set origin to geometry, edit that, Shift N, sculpt mode, Control R. Oops. Hello? Yeah, okay. There you go. Give him a little crown. Yeah. That's cool. See, like this spot right there. That's a fuck you to everyone's who's gonna 3D print it. That spot right there. It's like, yeah, just fuck you. There's gonna be a support stuck there somewhere. You're just gonna have to deal with that. Also, there. Oh my god. Oh my god. That little gap's gonna make people cry. Like the software will just randomly like stuff supports in there, or if you forget to support it and you support it yourself, that's gonna fail. This down there is gonna fail. Oh my god. What a whimsical little dragon, thank you very much. Yeah, hold on. I don't like those little bumps though. There you go. Okay, let's do this piece. Sculpt mode, Control R. It's a little too much. Control R. There you go. There'll definitely be some like wear and tear. I forgot to add this to the dragon too. Yeah, I don't think I need to add any design to this. Do I? This? Is it Z? It's Z. No, it isn't. What the fuck? Fair enough. I forgot to apply the things, so. I guess I can add grooves here. I feel like that would make sense. For its use case. Yeah. I definitely need to up the topology of these dragons, though. Um, there you go. That's a little nicer. The neck piece here is going to be fun, though. Because I can definitely, like, add some, like, dragonish stuff. Oh, hold on. Apply all transforms. Set origin to geometry. There you go. It's my boyfriend teaches a couple courses in game dev course and Unity, core part of it. Oh boy. In what way do you mean it is fun? Is it like in the sense that you know what game worthy models are supposed to be, like optimization wise, and this is just funny to look at? I feel like that makes a lot of sense if it is that, because this is horrendously optimized. Like nobody in their right mind would use this in any sort of game context. It's so it's because I don't have a mouse, or I'm not using my tablet, so it's just like a really clunky. Do I want like a scale pattern? I think that would make more sense. Oh yeah, that's cool. It's so over the top. I love it. I absolutely love it. It's so like it looks like it's not even a part of the gun, which I think is perfect. Like that's the whole point, is that it's like a mishmash of different components. So it would totally make sense. Like I can imagine that he made that himself. I can imagine that the Hatchfolk was like, you know what? I want my own custom fucking trigger guard, or my own custom hammer, and I love dragons. So I'm gonna just hammer out my own fucking design on this thing. Yeah, it's perfect. It's perfect. Like it might not have looked like this at the start, and he just customized it himself. It's so different from the rest of the gun. It's great. Basically, we're practically the same person. Oh yeah, we're twins. Why is this not one piece? Clunky feels right for the. What do you mean? Why is this not one piece? It's because it's easier to work if it's separate pieces. Yeah. What I'm gonna do is I'm basically just gonna run through the different elements of the model and just apply like just turn it into sculpt mode, because it really just helps make them fit together more. It makes the edges like more crunchy and shit, which is what I like. Why is it so aggressive? Jesus, calm down. You don't need you gouging that hard. Eh, better. I would love to be able to capture like more of a like a sketchy feel in the form of a model. Like how do you think that would be possible? Like to make a model that looks like a drawing in some sort of way. Like you know how that one like guy who made the style for like the Love Death and Robot shorts that I really like them. He has the Witness and also Jibaro or Jibaro or whatever it's called, like those two. If you know which ones I'm talking about, I love the way those look. But obviously that's through the way you paint the model and the way it's shot and the filters and cinematography, whatever, all of that stuff that comes together and gives it that really unique like sketchy semi-realistic comic booky weird feel. Um no, not shaders, not shaders. That it's all in the tech. Yeah, the issue is I can't do it with shaders cuz I'm meaning like the model itself. If there's a way for me to like add a level of sketchiness to it, like crude. It's not supposed to be perfect. I don't like things being perfect, like especially with this gun. Like I'm fucking it up because I like it being fucked up. I don't want everything to be perfectly clean. It's so I guess I can like fuck with the proportions of things, like intentionally make things wonky and bent and stuff and cartoony looking, but not like outright cartoony. Like not the yeah, I don't know. I can't explain it. It's I feel like that's what I'm gonna be trying to pursue as I like get better at sculpting and stuff and get better at making models. I would for sure like attempt to pursue a sort of unique weird style. I don't want to just aim for realism. That's not my goal. I don't want realism. I don't care for realism. I want it to be something else. I don't know. Show us some photos. Oh, well, the photos of what I want to achieve doesn't exist because I don't know what I want to achieve. But if it's like the yeah, search up Alberto Mielgo. Sorry, I probably butchered that name. It's all in the shading. Yeah, which is kind of tough. Like obviously I won't be able to capture something exactly like that, but I mean like something that's like a identifiable thing that I can add to the models that makes them like a unique style. You know, no idea what that would be, but it eventually, like if I keep getting better, I'll for sure like find my own voice with how I sculpt. You know, I'll definitely like find it. I just can't articulate it at the moment because at the moment I'm sort of going for semi-realism, I guess. Like I'm not trying to like make this look perfectly like wood. I literally just scratched my pencil across it. Um so it's not like it's like kind of realistic, but also just like leaving it rough in ways that you know, like for the circles, for example, I love keeping the this. I love keeping the little faces here. Um, some might not like it. I understand why you wouldn't, but like for me, I feel like that's great. I love seeing like sort of edgier little like faces instead of just like a perfectly smooth curve. For some reason, it's just appealing to me. I like it more that way. I guess it's kind of the same way. Oh, so I guess I'm trying to capture something that's in the same spirit as like leaving the fingerprints on claymations. You know what I mean? Like not exactly. I don't mean that I literally want fingerprints on my model to show that it's like made of clay or something, but something of that same idea where it is a texture or something that is left over on the finished model that shows the the maker's hand. Like there's a clear or it shows that it was made. It's not perfect. Um, Again, not like literal fingerprints. That's what the claymation people have. I'm not meaning like actual fingerprints. It's like oil print. Yeah, like the oil prints on the Lego movie as well. Something like yeah, like something that makes it look handmade and not perfect. Um, that's something that I really want to like explore and like figure out, see what I can like do to get that. Uh, and don't say shaders. I just explained that it's not that's not what I want. I mean like in the model itself, because the whole point is that I'm printing them out for fucking uh for 3D printing. So I can't shaders don't do anything. I'm not using shaders. It's not gonna get shaded. You could do something with custom brushes. Yeah, I guess. I did see like a tutorial on how to add custom brushes, and that seems really interesting. I can definitely like make my own textures for like skin and wood so that they're like more of a exaggerated version of those. But not just in the texture. I feel like in the look of the model as well. I sort of want them to look kit bashed. I don't know. I'm just spitballing because like I don't truly know what I'm looking for either yet. Wacky proportions, yeah, sort of. Like um, I like it when seam lines exist as well. Uh, Again, like a stop motion thing. When face plates, like in stop motion, they have different faces that they swap out for like uh mouth movements and stuff like that, right? And normally the top half of the face and the bottom half of the face are separate. So there's a seam line in between them. And they normally edit that out in post to make it cleaner. But I love that there were some animations, I can't think of which ones, but some of them kept those in so that you can see the separating line between the face plates. I like that a lot as well. It'd be fun to like add that into the models, like make them look like they're stop motion models, or like show joints, like maybe have like lines on the joints that look like they're like puppets and stuff. That'd be cool. I don't know why. I don't know why that would be the case. That in lore they wouldn't be puppets, but uh, I just feel like that'd just be a cool detail. Like, oh, neat. They kind of look like dolls or something. What? I know what you should do. Hyper realistic feet and toes. That should be your personal mark. Fuck no. Jesus Christ. Maybe model intentional mistakes and stuff, like different sized bolts. Yeah, yeah. Stuff like that. I think stuff like that would be really fun. Different bolt sizes, yeah. Like, not as exaggerated, but very what's that game called? That really good game. Uh the game where you like jump into people's minds. What was that called? Psychonauts. Like Psychonauts style thing going on where like the models look just really exaggerated. But not to that extent, but like, to get the idea, like intentionally make things look like wacky and wonky. That'd be fun as well. Maybe look at various dolls and mannequins and stuff. Wooden models gotta that everything is going to be super small when printed. I know everything's gonna be super small. I just get carried away, all right. But yeah, if I do get a style, I'd obviously need to make it like compatible with the scale of how big things actually are. Okay, cool. Let's do this piece next. Actually, I want the pan. Because I've been wanting to like round this out a little at least. Oops. Nah, I don't need to add fucking detail in there. Try this piece next. Oh, yikes. A little higher. Yeah. Can definitely. None of this is going to be visible. Why am I doing this? The edge of this definitely needs to be softened. That would obviously wear away as you like work on the gun. And then like scratch marks. Just so you know, you can select a different object to sculpt inside sculpt mode. If you press Alt Q instead of going from sculpt to object mode. Oh, okay. Uh, thanks. Hold on, Alt Q. Alt Q. Object has non-uniform scale sculpting. Oh. Well, never mind. I'm just gonna stick to the way I've been doing it. Hello? Oh, did it just switch? Oh, it did. Okay. Oh, so I can do that. Yeah. Nah, that doesn't slow me down that much. What slows me down more is like applying transforms and stuff. That's kind of the annoying part. Not really like moving from mode to mode. I don't mind that part. I'm gonna add like I guess another thing that could like add character to things is not to have perfect circles. Like if I was braver than this, I could have made this like sort of a wonky circle or like exaggerate the edges the same way I like draw the more like square and stuff sometimes. That could have been a way to like make it interesting. Like this also works. So like the detail lines like this, I don't care that they're like wonky and stuff because it does add like a level of character to it. Like that. I like that. Okay, and then this. Yikes. Okay, this one's gonna have to be like quite high poly so we don't lose that inner edge. Can I get away with this much? Yes. Okay. Oh, whoops. Hold on. I need to apply mode. That's good. This is why my aim. This is why my aim in games is shit. Can you tell that I can't actually draw a straight line with my right hand? Jesus Christ. Like, why is it doing that? Like, my hand has autocorrect in it for some reason. It has, like, anti-aliasing or something. or no, that's not the right term, but you can see it like wobbling up and down as I draw a straight line. Like instead of just going like that, when I go slow, it goes like ooh, like what the fuck is that? Why does it do that? Fix my hand right now. Fucking garbage dexterity. Okay, and now I can actually fix this that I wanted to fix from the. Can I actually fix that? Don't know if I can. Can do it in the most wonky way possible. If it works, it works. There you go. There's this issue all over 3D modeling where it's too easy to make things perfect. Perfect circles, perfect shape edges, smooth surfaces, perfect uniform colors, and it's all about adding imperfections. Yeah, I totally agree. I love the imperfections of things a lot more than like them being perfect. I'm so much more interested in capturing that than making like a perfectly clean gun or something. You know? That's why I like rusting things up and like digging them up and dirtying them and shit like that because that's just what I like about objects, you know. Adds a lot of character. It'd be fun to add some outlines on this. Um, hold on, up this. Yeah, yeah. Let me add something that looks like a weld line. Would probably be good. I'm loving this so far. It's going really well, I'd say. I have no idea what this block is, by the way. I literally just added it um, to make it look like there's more shit going on than there actually is. So, yeah. Gotta fix this a little. Um, you got to contact your nearest hand handler. True, true. If there is warranty left on it, you can get it replaced. Oh, yeah, no. It's way past. It's way past that, sadly. Rusty things and digging trenches, exactly. I wonder if you'd like the style in the game ENA Dream Barbecue and Psycho Pump. Yeah, I like both of those. Yeah, I love like unique styles in general. I find them like 1,000 times more interesting than just trying to capture realism. We have realism. We're good. I don't give a shit. Like I value the look of games or like unique looking games so much when they have like a cool perspective or like interesting style. It's great. I love those so much, you know. And they don't just default to fucking, oh, let's just make ray tracing again and try to make it as realistic as possible. Like I don't give a shit. Oops. Like I have a thing for games that have like PS1 style graphics. I love that style. I love when they add things on top of it, by the way. I think just merely copying it one to one is one thing. Like, hold on, I gotta turn on the light. I can't fucking see. Okay. Like, copying it one to one is one thing. Like, I like the style on its own, so it's really nice. But I think it gets even more special when it's like they add or they do PS1 style graphics, but then add another layer to it. Um, I can't think of the top of my head what game would uh, be classified in that. But it's like PS1 style graphics, but nice like lighting or fog effects and stuff like that. Like the stuff that modern games allow for, but still keeping the old like you know like old style model, I guess. Valheim, yeah, like Valheim is nice. Uh, I can't think of any other one. The models that um uh uh, uh what's his name? Amanza. Amanza, that guy. He makes like 3D models as well of his stuff. The models he makes, I like those a lot. They're great. They're like lower poly and then painted on. Which is awesome. They look fucking incredible. Okay. Um no. Yes. Let's add the edge first. What other games have really cool styles? I like top-down games as well. Top-down perspective games. Because they can get a lot done with very little. You know, like when they do it well, it helps. It can convey so much with just very simple aesthetics. Darkwood. I mean, I keep mentioning Darkwood, but that is like one of my favorite examples of like a top-down style that I really love. Hotline Miami as well. Like that's great as well. Ultra Kill is really cool too. Yes, yes, that is the like PS1 style graphics with more added on with like just crazy fucking effects and shit. Like that's also a good example. White Knuckles, yes, also White Knuckles. There you go. We're getting all the good ones. Yeah. God, there's so many good things you can do with style besides just making it fucking realistic. I like this part a lot, by the way, just like drawing over the model. Again, doesn't need to be perfect. That's like the whole point. This one's a little too fucked though. Hold on. I'm gonna revert back to that one. This one's a little crunched. I guess this is sort of the style I'm gravitating towards. I would love to have like more drawn looking elements on my models like this, where it looks very just hand drawn on. Yeah, I like that a lot. Like, I find that appealing. In Dark Woods, when the player is walking between trees and the shadows of the trunks cast give off a really cool. Yes, the shadows in that game. I love that part. I love the like view cone where you can only see in like the cone and all the shadows obscure everything behind them. It solves that issue of top-down games not being scary perfectly because the whole problem with that is well you can see everything. So let's just obscure like 90% of the vision by just having it actually block things that wouldn't be seen from the view of the character, even though you're looking from top down. And the idea of having things look different outside of your cone of view compared to when you actually look at them. How did they even think of that? That was so cool. Because that's how it is. Like sometimes you'll see like in outside your cone of view, it's not just pitch black, right? That's for like things in the shadow. Outside of your cone of view is like an idea of what is there. Like you'll see the building sort of vaguely outside of your cone of view, but it's like different. Like there's things missing and shit, I think, from what I remember. And it's so interesting because then when you look at it, it's like, oh, that's not actually there, or oh shit, what the fuck is that? So cool. So cool. I need to keep those holes. Can I go a little bigger? It's the same damn size. Never mind. Let's add those like little wood scratches that we did. Are those too faint? Yes. Yeah, I think I find this appealing, but actually, like the idea of making a model and then making it so all the textures I add on it look like they're drawn on. I think that's interesting. Is that the same as on the stock? It's definitely less uh exaggerated than on the stock. I can definitely go like deeper. Can I go? Yeah, I can go a little lower poly. Can go deeper. Oh, and then I can add like a square where the panel used to be. Yeah, that's fun. So the panel like used to be here, and now it isn't, so. I think I added a few too many lines. It looks more like bark than it does uh wood. I'm gonna smooth out a few of these. Fun fact, Unreal Engine games also suck at realism. The reflections and shadows and the way things look are completely wrong because of how weirdly and wrong and bad they do everything. Okay. Uh, Also, a triple, slop, triple A slop. Oh, triple a slop, triple A slop. Tends to be made with supercomputers, aka shit that's not readily available for consumers. My PC can barely handle Gear. Uh, Gears Tactics and chess games. A chess game. Oh, what the fuck? No, I think it's not just they the thing with AAA games is, I mean, I feel like it's quite obvious why they go for like that graphical style of just like, oh yeah, just make everything super hyper realistic, and the next game's gonna have fucking hair physics and all the hairs are going to be separately modeled and shit, blah blah blah, all of that, because it's just the easiest thing to keep improving on. Like it's hard to come up with an actual like interesting original style, you know? And that's like the most simple thing and also the most widely appealing thing most likely is just people usually just like crazy realism graphics and shit like that. And it's way more easy to like it's the least risky thing to invest in, I think. Cuz like they don't have interesting game mechanics cuz that's a risk, right? Pushing the envelope with weird game mechanics uh is a risk. So they're all watered down to the same boring fucking gameplay loop. So the only thing you can improve on is the fucking graphics. And I guess if you think about it, like the kind of investors that would care about like funding game studios, they're probably just like old fucking crones and shit. So like the only thing that they would be able to make sense of, like they're not gonna play the fucking game. They don't know, they can't tell apart like a good gameplay loop from a bad one. But what they can see is if something looks crazy realistic. You know, like that's the easiest thing they that can make it look like, oh my god, it's so interesting and appealing. Investors better. You can't quantify fun, but you can say the text. Yeah, exactly. There you go. It's just like it's a lot easier to just sell it because investors get that a lot more. It's like, oh, yeah, it has a billion trillion pixels. You know that last game that you invested in and sort of made back your money? That only had 10,000 hairs per character on their head. This one has 30,000 hairs on the character's head, which surely means that it'll triple our profits from the last one we invested in. And they go, oh, 30,000 hairs. That's what I'm thinking at least. I think that's how it would go. Oops. Uh Getting oh, the funny part about this is that a lot of execs will also see a correlation between a product's budget and its overall return and assume that that's uh the cause leading to the death of middle budget. Oh yeah, like I've definitely like noticed that in my lifetime as well. Is like in all fields, low budget or like middle budget shit is just gone, right? Like I remember there were like a ton of like in the movie industry, especially I've noticed it. Like I've not seen like a middle budget movie in a long time. I don't know how to describe it, but you know, like a movie that's just like a it's not like a billion trillion dollars, but it's also not like indie. You know, it's like a middle of the road kind of thing. I don't have the vocabulary or the intelligence to talk about this, but I just have a gut feeling that that's like, yeah, that is something that's gone missing in recent times, or I don't know, recent times, whenever that is. Yeah, I think I made the wood on this side a lot better than the other side. This side looks a lot more clean. Eh. Yeah. I really like the touch of like making it so you can see the outline of where the panel used to be and fell off. I think that's really neat. Like that, look, you can like see, oh, that used to be here, and now it's like fallen off. I like that. Yeah, this side's a little fucked, but it's fine. I definitely need to like scratch up this top part. Oh, and also just like generally crunch down the shape of this so it's not like perfectly uniform. Especially like here, I'm guessing like people would be holding it there. Yeah. Oops. What did I press? I pressed something. Probably save. Haven't saved in a while. How does this look compared to like the original before I like started fucking it up? Oh, look at that. I'd say that's great. Hold on. Uh, there you go. I've learned now. I've learned the button that helps me fix my issue with the camera. PS2. Oh, PS2 games were beautiful. I loved PS2 era. That's what I mostly played was like I had a PS2. I still have my PS2. And that's just wonderful that time because there were so many like just yeah, there were just so many games. Every studio was pumping out like weird little things. Not little things, but you know what I mean. Like it's not like and there were so many random like little fucking games. Now it's just like I think I can count. I know like three studios off the top of my head these days. It's like there's three of them. They make the same game like 10 times in a row, and then besides that is nothing. Yeah, that entire console generation. Also like the Xbox games as well. Not just the PlayStation game. But yeah, like that era was definitely like really good when it came to like variety in general, I think. Limited hardware, yes. I think that was definitely a part of it. I mean, the Silent Hill games, they, I love the Silent Hill games. I don't play them. I'm a fucking pussy. But the Silent Hill games are a really good example of like the limitations of hardware making it a better game. Because like, you probably heard the story already. Like the fog thing in Silent Hill. That's just because you couldn't render things too far away, so they added the fog, which is now like the main aesthetic of that franchise, was that the creeping fog and shit, which came about from, you just couldn't look that far away, or we couldn't render things that far away, and that's great. And like, oh, the coolest part I think was when when there were multiple sequels to a game that came out on the same device. So it's like I can't think of a game exactly, but you can probably think of some. But I know this happens. Is like because the hardware is so limiting. It's like optimization is the main way of like getting higher fidelity. So it took some time for studios to actually get better at optimizing thing for that specific system, which meant that even though the sequel of the original game was on the same console with the same specs, they often looked better. Like the the sequels looked better than the originals because they just got better at making things for that specific console, which I think is just really impressive. It's like, damn, they just managed to squeeze out even more juice. You know, the same fucking orange, but they just squeezed it even harder, and they're like, we can get more out of this. We can add more polygons. You know, and they just fucking figure it out. It's awesome. Only took them 23 years to break the curse. What? Speaking of Silent Hill, apparently Silent Hill F is pretty good. Only took them 23 years to break the curse. Yeah, I don't know. I've heard some. Yeah, I've heard some good things about Silent Hill F. I've also heard some weird things, and I agree with both. Like, I'm really happy about the that there's more Silent Hill games. That's in general. I'm just happy about that. But I'm sort of confused about the the combat system. That's so weird. I get why they did that, you know, because like clunky combat systems don't really have a place in modern gaming. Like, I think it was half and half. Like the original Silent Hills, half of it was intentionally clunky to make it more scary, but the other half is like also, well, it's just old games, so they feel clunky. Um, so I feel like, yeah, it would have been a really big risk to make it intentionally clunky in this day and age to make the monsters more scary, to have like clunky combat. So I get why they went with the weird, like, there's parrying. Parrying in my Silent Hill game. Um, but there's like parrying and like combos and like heavy attacks and shit. So it's definitely, and like dodge roll or like dodging to the side as well. So it's definitely like taking inspiration from like multiple sources. Clearly, like, you know, Dark Souls ish sort of combat. You can charge up attacks, blah blah blah, block or like dodging and that sort of thing. But the downside of that is like, yeah, the combat feels better, but also I didn't feel like the monsters were scary in the slightest, besides their design. Like, yeah, their design is scary, but like I watched somebody play it, or like I watched multiple people play it, and like the first monster you fight, you literally just heavy attack them once and they get stunned, and then you just hit them again and they die. That's it. And that's all the scariness gone. Immediately. Like, what do you, how are you gonna make those scary after that? Like, you can add any amount of scary music you want, or fucking suspense or cutscenes you want. But if literally one hit of their attack, like, it wasn't even a hard attack to hit. It's not like, oh, I have to risk getting hit. No, because you can time it so it charges up and your reach outreaches their reach. So you just hit them before they start attacking, and they're just dead. Eh, Like, what's the point then? Those monsters aren't scary, and they don't even have like an interesting combat loop or anything to them then. No, and a few others also have that issue where it's just like you can just exploit their move set or just beat them over the head to death. Like parrying sounds too, yeah, parrying was definitely too much. I'm like, this fucking Japanese schoolgirl is parrying monsters? What the fuck are you talking about? Like, I feel like out of any character they could have picked, this is the one that shouldn't be able to parry. What do you mean? Japanese schoolgirl parries the fucking inconceivable horror that is shambling towards her. Huh? Like, how is that scary? Like, nobody in that situation, even like a police officer or whatever, nobody would be fucking parrying the monsters. Why parrying? It would be hard spoilers. Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, that just felt like a weird choice to me. I get it, because like it is really risky to make it clunky intentionally, because you can just make the game feel like shit, and then people don't want to play it. That's it, and you lose a ton of your audience because the game just feels like shit. Um, so I get it, but still, it loses a fair bit of the scary factor. But I think I heard some good things about the story and that sort of stuff. So at least that's good. Yeah. It's just a shame that, the monster encounters don't feel really do it. Dead Space did a good job balancing the horror and fun combat. Yeah, I think so. Hmm. I haven't looked at Dead Space for like a really long time, so I can't think off the top of my head how that combat balanced itself. Like why it was like a mix of fun but still scary. Like you couldn't parry in that game, that's for fucking sure. I think that was definitely the part that you couldn't parry the monsters. I think, hmm, was it? I'm just guessing here, but I think a part of it was because you were in small enclosed spaces with monsters that were really fast, and you had a ranged weapon, which meant you needed to quickly like aim somehow at them while they're charging towards you in a tight space. It's not an environment that's favorable for the type of combat that our character had available to him, you know? So I guess that's why it's scary. Like if you got like a melee weapon in that game, I feel like it'd be a lot less scary. Because, your favorable range is their favorable range. So they want to run at you, and you're like, great, come at me, bro. Like, I have a fucking sledgehammer, you know? But because you have a ranged weapon, it's like the last thing you want is having them run at you, and that's what they do. And the last thing you want is be in a tight space, and that's where you are. Shooting was hard. Yeah, yeah, and also you had like the aim thing, especially like on controller. Then you had to like do the aim around and turn around. So that like added to the tense moment. So even if the monsters, even if you had ways of defending yourself and you could kill them and stuff, and you were like semi-competent, like you had a bunch of weapons at your disposal, it still felt scary because you weren't in a situation that was favorable to the tools you had available to you. But I guess in Silent Hill F that sort of doesn't apply because you use a fucking you just use a pipe. It's like, oh, the enemies are melee. Well, I'm beating the shit out of them too. Like this is a Souls like at this point. So it's like you're not really running away from them, I guess, because you don't need to. If you figured out like with the first enemy, if you figured out, oh, I can just melee hit them, you just stand around. Like you're not even scared of running away, or you're not running away trying to make distance to turn around and shoot a gun. No, you're just standing there like an idiot, waiting for the monster to come at you. So you just beat them over the head. Like that's not that already makes it not scary, I think. The juggling. Oh yeah, and ammo as well. I mean, in Silent Hill F, they sort of tried to do that because the melee weapons have durability, but I I don't think you get like too few of them. The Let's Plays I've watched, I haven't seen somebody like run away and panic because they ran out of weapons. It seems like there's a fair supply of them given to you. So I don't know what the point of that is then at that point. Oh, I can add like a hammer texture. Oh, that's cool. That's fun. Kunk, 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 kunk. Just fucking. Yeah. Thank you for the person who told me about the button press to like set the camera to like the object you're working on. That really helped. Like, God, it's so much easier to maneuver around this thing. Yeah. A lot of it had was having to aim for specific weak spots too. Yeah, yeah. So I guess the aiming was like a lot. I guess with Silent Hill, like the original ones, that's also a part of what was the scary part because the aiming was garbage in those games. So it was like a very struggling or a struggle to also aim at creatures as well. You also had melee weapons in that game, but I think them being very not good was a big help in making it scary still, even with the melee weapons. Because it wasn't like, oh, I can parry the fucking uh the monster and then like backstab them or whatever. It was more like you trade blows with them. So it's like it's risky because again, it's clunky. Uh but yeah, we've already said that like making a game intentionally clunky nowadays would be a very big risk. Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't know how I would have fixed the combat. I'm not a game designer. Like I'm not saying I can do a better job. I'm just saying uh I didn't find that part good, but I wouldn't know how to fix it. Dead Space is just a masterpiece. Oh yeah. Uh love that game as well. None of this is visible. Jesus Christ, I'm zooming in so much. Ugh. I got lost in the sauce again with this model. I sort of did it well with the gargoyle, because I made like all the dents and stuff or the scratches like big enough for the size that it's gonna be. But with this one, I completely got carried away. Like this is just none of this. None of this is necessary. Yeah, none of this is gonna show up. I guess I can have fun and like print a bigger gun just for display. That'd be neat, I guess. But yeah, on the model, nope. There you go. Think that's all of it done. Oh, I can make these crunchy. There you go. I think that's the gun done. Shit. Completely out of scale. Way too detailed. Um, none of this is showing up, but I love it. I'm really happy with this, actually. Damn. That turned out surprisingly well. I did not think I'd managed to make the gun look that good. Let's indulge a little. Let's indulge a little. Put this light up here. Well, not behind the damn thing. That's way too bright. Further away, I guess. Hold on. Gotta make that light smaller. Sharpen up those. I Is it too close or too far? I made the details even too small for the fucking light source. God damn it. I do have it at cycle. Yeah, I think it's hold on. How bright do I have this thing? 3000. Let's do 1000 and then we can like have it be closer, I guess. So it doesn't like bloom the fuck out of my model. Yeah. Look at that. I like these polygons. I'm keeping those, by the way. These here, like these rough edges, I like that. Add a big plane underneath. Oh, okay. Hold on. Uh, A. Does it like do bounce light as well? Is that a thing? Oh shit, it does. Damn, okay. Bounce light's a thing. Nice. Oh, look at that beaut. That beauty. God damn. Gotta add another rope to the front here. And then yeah, God, I'm really happy with that. The bounce light's a little much though. Still a little much. Shadows just aren't dark enough. Like, how do I feel like these shadows just aren't. Well, yeah, it's mostly that bounce thing. I guess I can change the material of this. Would that change? Material, new color. Oh, yeah. Okay, nice. God, that's really. I mean, yeah, it has. It renders the fucking image. No shit. It has different colors, but I just didn't think that. Yeah. It looks. It looks. The dragon makes it look very I don't know. I'm having a hard time pinpointing the style of this gun. Like what country does this look like it comes from? Like real world country. If it's like a very strange mishmash. Make the matte less shiny. Wait, which matte? This matte? This? Like the whole thing? How do I make that less shiny? Turn on cavity too. What is that? What's cavity? Yeah. God, I'm really happy with that. Yeah, I think I made the wood grain a little extreme on the well, no. Okay. I'm thinking about the wood grain in scale. So it's like if you looked at this gun in real life, like if it was actually like human sized, that wood grain's extreme. Like that looks like a fucking tree. Like you just ripped the bark off of a tree trunk and slapped it onto the gun. Uh, but I guess if it's like this small, you know, like that's how big it's gonna be on the model. By the way, we just spent how long did we spend on that? We spent 3 hours and 22 minutes making this gun, all for the purpose of it being this small. Uh, so yeah, let's go. Let's go. From three different countries. Yeah, I guess. Like cuz this very much looks like its own thing. Like the hammer looks so much different from the rest. This looks like a completely different pattern style from the hammer. Uh and then the middle section here of the gun. Yeah, like the hammer looks completely off from the midsection of the gun. Like the midsection looks sort of nice and elegant, sort of ish, not like really elegant, but like it's thinner and like slimmer features, and then just this hunk of metal as the firing hammer. And then the front of the gun is different again. It's like more square than you'd feel would come out of this, and then the back is also really square, but it's like the handle of a fucking maul. Is in the render settings to put shadow and cavities of your model. Oh, okay. Where do I do that? Gloss, diffuse, different light, increase, filter, gloss, cost. Where is that? Top corner? Wait, here? Here? Uh, uh. Yeah. Yeah, I guess so. The barrel is like different from the rest of it, but that's the whole point, you know? It's like it's different pieces meshed together. So it makes sense that they'd all be like non-compatible looking. Shading render settings. It's this, right? Like how the fuck do I shouldn't be clicking random things. Regular viewports shading? Well, this. Cavity. Christ. Yeah. I mean, that helps. It looks like a fucking Borderlands gun now. Uh, Jesus. It looks cool. I guess this sort of helps you. You know what's nice? I guess this sort of helps you visualize how it would look if you added a wash to it. If you printed it out at like a reasonable scale and then like did a black wash over it and then wiped off the excess, it would leave like residue in all the crevices. So this is sort of what you'd end up with. So yeah, that's actually kind of nice. Yeah, okay. The gun looks good then. This really helped me like visualize it together more. And I think like across the board the texture's good. It's fine. There's nothing that like stands out to me or like bothers me about texture density. Yeah, like I'm completely fine that it's like completely mangled here. That makes sense. The front here, maybe like this hook I can like fix up a little. Yeah, but I'm definitely gonna turn that off when modeling though, because that's really distracting. I guess I can like lower the strength of it, but still, I prefer this sort of. Yeah, I think I added a few too many scratches to this. Or not the type of scratches that I want. Oh, and I can add. Be nice to add like an edge to this to make it sort of look like it's welded on. Because that looks like two separate pieces at the moment. Hold on, hold on. I did not forget the button. There you go. It needs to look like shitty welding, though, not good welding. There you go. Yeah, it's good enough. When was the last time you saved? Good point. Let me click that again. Case. When's the last time? Oh, looks much better. Do you like the Dungeon and Dragon miniatures? I wonder if it'd be worth it to invest in some of those paints they use since you've been making these. Yeah, I do want to get into like miniature painting. I don't know what, like, I definitely need to do a fair bit more research into it. I don't know much about miniature painting. I love watching, uh, like miniature painting, YouTubers. Like that's very fun. But I wouldn't be able to do it myself yet. Wait, what am I saying? No, I was gonna. I'm saying yeah, I need to do more research on the types of paints I need to buy and stuff. Like I do get the general process of it, but more research would be best. So I don't like just buy a shitty product or make sure that I know what I'm doing. Um, like I know I need like primers and washes and different brushes and shit like that. I should start off slow, by the way. I'm not gonna. I don't think that I should like get myself everything that I think should be needed for that hobby. I'll definitely just get myself a brush or two and then some paints and then just go from there. Because I feel like it's best to start small and then slowly add to it if I need more or like start feeling like, oh, I'd love to have an airbrush or something, but I wouldn't like buy an airbrush off the bat. I feel like I'd definitely like go with brushes first and then do airbrushes later. Yeah, that's really good actually. I'm happy with that. It's a gun. Yeah, I think that'll be it for the stream though. I'm happy with the progress I made. Oh, I guess lastly to like cap it off, I can um I'm gonna duplicate this again so I don't lose it, but I will join all of these together. What happened? Huh? Hold on, what? Okay. That was weird. Just randomly did that? The fuck is that? Hey! Get join my fucking thing. Yeah, thank you. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have this guy hold it. Jesus, he looks horrifying too. Let's hide this. Hide this. Okay, how big is the gun going to be compared to him? Not that big. Or, like, pretty big, actually, because he's small. Guessing, like, this big? I might want to pull his hand up, or his arm up further to hold up here. Like, both down there kind of seems very unstable. No, it's fine. H. Yeah, that's nice. God. What's gonna suck is, when you print this, most of the model is really low. So without the gun, this guy would actually be quite fast to print because of how short he is. But the gun will up the print time pretty much by like triple if you print him like flat sitting down like this. If you curve him up, it's going to be even worse. But yeah, he's pretty much going to double or triple the print time just for that end of the gun, which is really annoying. Yeah, I could maybe like cut the barrel off and make that a separate piece you glue in and just like have the seam be along this like cloth. Um and then so, it wouldn't make the entire model like a twice as tall. Yeah, yeah, that's what I meant. What I said. Like maybe have it in two parts might be good. But yeah. I think that's great. I think it looks great. The cloth really did work out well, surprisingly. to move the hand in place. Oh yeah. Don't worry. I'll definitely like keep it separate because I still can rig him. Well, actually, I don't know if I can. I've like merged a fair bit of things since uh since starting sculpting him. Like the jacket and all of these layers here are pretty much in place. So I don't know if I can actually pose this guy. Um, hold on, let me check. Where the fuck is it this? No. I want to see bones. Viewport display. Where was that? Oh, here. In front. There you go. Yeah, if I Oh no. None of this is even connected anymore. Yeah, I should have definitely had the foresight of making sure that I was happy with the pose at the time, but now that I've like added the gun, it's clear that like the way he's holding it just doesn't like it'd be a lot better if his hand was up here, which I don't know why I did that cuz like in the original drawing that I did, his hand was up there. I just didn't do that, I guess. I guess I can hold on, let's try. This might explode it, but we will see. I can do that. Then what was it? Control P? Or no, it was Alt P. No. Can I clear? Oh, yikes. Shift P. What was it? Control P? Was it Control P? Oh yeah, it was. With automatic weights. Oh no. It's doing something. I should have saved. I should have saved. Oh no. Oh fuck. Oh god damn. Jesus. I killed him. He's fucking dead. Duh, I killed him. He's dead. What happened to my boy? Holy shit. Oh no. Snapped his neck and everything. Fucking bisected him. Okay, I press Control Z. I'm gonna save. And what I need to do before doing that is I need to apply the armature on everything that I didn't do it on. So I need to apply mirror, apply the armature, because otherwise it just explodes because I've already like, okay, I think that's all the parts. So I can do Alt P clear parent. No, I forgot the ears. Mirror, yes, this, no, this, yes, apply. Okay, now I should be fine if I control, no, I shift P. What was it? What was it again? Alt P? Yes. Clear parent. Nothing exploded. We're good? Okay, cool. Now let's try to that. And then Alt P. No, it was Control. No. Control P. Yes. Automatic weights. Please, please, please. Don't die. You're fine. I'm guessing it's also because a lot of pieces of it are overlapping. Surely that fucks it up as well. So I'm not hoping that this works. I don't think this is gonna work. I doubt it. But if it does, nice. But I don't think it would. Yeah, no, it kills him. We just kill him. Yeah, because there's just too much layering going on. 100% it's because of the layers. It's literally like pants, then leg, then cloak, then whatever. If we like joined it all together, like we can do it, we can try and do it just like a what if scenario. Let me save first again. So what if I just join all of this, except for the thing, of course, except for this. Okay. Just join all of this. He became black. Why is he black? Just jet black. What happened? What is this? Surely that's not like, is that a normals thing? Maybe like if I select all of him and shift N. No. Oh, do I have to? Where the fuck did this come from? Hold on, hold on. First of all, before I do this, I feel like I definitely need to. No, I'll just Control Z it after. I'm just testing things. I have enough Control Zs. So I need to apply all transforms first. Apply. Oh, it's because I have that thing in the background selected too. There you go. Apply all transforms. Okay. Did not explode. Join. He's black. It's a material thing? It is? I hope so. If it's a mere material thing, we're fine then. He just happened to become black, I guess. Nothing against that. It's up to him what color he wants to be, so guess he'll be black. Now we can try to add this to that. Oh, no. What we do first is we go into sculpt mode, remesh the whole fucking thing. Be fine. Oh. Okay, we're good. We're safe. He remeshed. He did not explode. Okay, now let's try to do this. Control P with weight. And he shouldn't explode. I did save first. Don't worry. I did save first. I can hear it whirring. I can hear my computer whirring, but you're fine. You're fine, baby. You're fine. You'll make it through it. It's just a couple of bones and just a really high poly model. You'll be fine. You'll be fine. This is how you corrupt it. I did save it. Don't worry. Nope. well, shit. I guess we're just done with posing, I guess. Can't pose him anymore. He just really wants to die. Yeah. Okay, well, I have all my Control Zs so I can just revert my boy back to simpler times. There you go. We're back. I guess what I can do is I can do this. If I go into sculpt mode, I can just, hold on, Alt H. Oh, hold on. Object mode, Alt H. There you go. Sculpt mode. No, not on that. Object mode, this. Sculpt mode, yes. I can use the pose brush. It wouldn't be perfect, but I can definitely, like, use it and then fix the rest. Yeah, I can definitely use this. It's not perfect, but it's good enough. To like just bend his hold on. I think, can I, does that work with masks? If it works with masks, then that's actually great. So if I can just like mask off this section like that, right? And then use the pose brush. Pose brush. Oh yeah, that does work. Okay, cool. Yeah, we can do it with this. It'll be a little scuffed, but we can definitely like fix his pose with it. So yeah, I can like erase all of that. Pose. Yeah, totally. Yeah, I can do that. I can fix that as well. Like literally just there, and then just like sculpt it again. Just emaciated his right arm. But yeah, that's totally possible. And I can do the same with the clothing and stuff. Okay. I'll do that another time though, because that's gonna take quite a while. Because that means like moving all of this up and then to the top of the gun. But yeah, it's possible, which is good to know. Yeah, I'm happy with the progress we made though. Oh, also the gun isn't touching the ground. I'd probably not add that stump at the bottom. That's not, there's no point in that, so I'll just like move it there. So his other hand will be next to his ear or like a little higher. I like that though. I'm really happy with that. Okay, well, hope you enjoyed that. Apply the transform to the bone. Well, too late. We've already found a different method we're gonna use, I guess. But yeah, really happy with that. We made a lot of progress. Okay. And guess what? We're gonna get to do more guns. It's not done yet. I'm gonna have like 3 or 4 guns piled up here on his backpack as well. I'm not gonna model the full gun, obviously. I'll just model the tip of the barrel and the stock, so none of the complex components. But we'll get to model some more. Yippee! Man, really proud of it. Didn't know I could pull it off, but just took some patience. Okay. But yeah, hope you enjoyed that. I'll head off, find something to eat. Hunger consumes me. Would you add more resolution to the model? To the mesh? Well, yes, of course. Like it's not gonna be this crunchy, in the end. But like I'll try to keep it as low as possible. Like I don't want to just up it to ridiculous amounts. Like I prefer it being crunchy. I like crunchy. Like the filter, for example, like that's gonna stay that way with the like ridges on the side here. I like those. So I'm keeping those. It's a stylistic choice, you know? Yeah. Like these parts, they're not done. They're not close to done. Like 90%, 99% of this is not even close to done. Only thing is that's done is the filter, the eyes, and the gun now. You know, rest not done at all. This isn't done either. I'm changing that out for a water skin. Yeah, still a lot to do. Only guns. This I'm thinking of this guy as like a scavenger, so he went out to get more firearms to scavenge. So it's like he quickly wrapped them up and is like heading back, something like that. Yeah.